Hello guys, I'm back. We are going to learn today mm, tutorials. We're going to learn today developing a RESTful API with Go and Git. So let's check. So here tutorial includes the following sections: design API endpoints, create a folder for your code. Okay, we have to create the data, write a handler to return all items, write a handler to add a new item, write a handler to return a specific item. Okay, so let's dive in. And I want to know what is Gin. I think Gin is a open in Google Cloud Shell. Oh, I think we need to know what is Gin. I think this one. Gin Web Framework, the fastest full-featured web framework for Go. Crystal clear. Martini-like API. 40 times faster than Martini. Okay, middleware support crash free. Routes, grouping, error management, rendering built-in. So this is a Gingonic. Okay. So these are the documentation for Gin. Quick start. Okay, the requirement is 1.16 or above, and we know my machine's Go version is 1.19, so it is okay. And this is how we're going to download and install it, or we can directly do this. Okay, let's go to the tutorial that Go official documentation says. So first, design the API and endpoints. So API endpoints, we have albums ID, which is actually the specific data we'll get. So here it is get. And in albums, we also get the list of albums using get method. And if we use post method, then we're going to add a new album for it. Okay, so let's dive in. And I think we need to create a new folder, which is web service Gin. Okay, open with code. I think this time I am going to use my GitHub. So let me log in my GitHub. Okay, repository name. We are going to use same name, web service Gin. Public MIT license. Create repository. Okay, now let me use this Git URL and I'm going to delete it. Let me use PowerShell here. Git clone. No, why not pasting? Let me copy it again. Let's try. Okay, here is web service skin. Let me go into this. So this is the Git, and what we'll do, let me go here, and we have to use go mod init. Let me close it. So what we're doing, we're initializing go module, and our module name is example slash web service skin, but this time I'm not going to use go mod init. I'm going to use my name here, but this is my nickname. Okay, let's initialize our go module, and it is, I think, created. Let me load it. Here it is. Okay, then what we'll do, we will create the data. So in our main.go file, so let us create our main.go file here. Main dot not folder, it is file. Okay, and here it will be package main. After that, a standalone program as opposed to library is always in package main. Okay, we're not going to creating a library, or so this will be must be package main. Then beneath the package declaration, paste the following declaration of an album struct. So this is the album struct. Let's paste it. So what this struct has, it has ID, title, artist, price. Okay, and this is I think this is the representation in JSON. So in Go we can use a struct and turn it into a JSON. And when we are going to turn a struct type album, this struct type album, when we are going to turn it into a JSON, the function which do this, it will take the key as ID, title, artist, price, where this is capital uppercase. But we don't want that. In JSON's syntax, we want the key to be lowercase always, not. This is the traditional or normal convention. So that is why we can specify the like this, that when we are going to try this album struct into a JSON, then instead of lower uppercase ID, we are going to use this ID. Instead of title, where the first character is uppercase, we are going to use this string, these characters as a key, where all characters are lowercase. So I think it is clear that why they did it. And then beneath the struct declaration, you just added, yes, I have added, paste the following slice of albums. You can interpret as array of album structs. Okay, whatever it is, a slice is like array. We're going to delve into it later. But let's just say is assigning this this type of album with these values. So let's copy it. So this is the album, and these are the data, right? These are the data, and these datas are assigned here. Then what they did, they wrote a handler to return all items. So this is the handler, or you can say this is a function or method, and it returns the value. So the function's name is get albums because it is certainly, or most certainly, is returning uh, multiple albums. So what does it do? It's a context that's coming from Gin, and the value we said is C. So it is the context, or in PHP cases, if you use Laravel, then it is like a request or something like that. So this is the Gin context. Not Go standard library also has a context, but it is not that context. So this is the variable. We can name it anything we want, but it is C that they shown here. The variable name, they named it C. And then in this code, so here it is saying that this function intended JSON to serialize the struct into JSON and add it to response. Okay, so this function is actually serialize this albums struct into a JSON, right? And status OK constant from the net HTTP package. So actually we are going to import it actually here. We're going to we are going to do it later when in below there, here it is saying. So we will go step by step. So note that you can replace context.intended.json with the call to context.json to send more compact JSON. In practice, it is intended form is much easier to work with when debugging, and the size difference is usually small. So context.json. So we are using intended JSON. We can also use only JSON. But intended JSON function, this method in the gin.context, this method is easier for debugging. And if the size is small, then we can use intended JSON. But we can do it with also only JSON function, and it will send more compact JSON, which will be more efficient in memory, but we'll leave it as it is. So let's next step, which is our main function that we did not write yet. So we got to write it, our main function. So our main function got a router that's coming from gin.default. Okay, router. Then after getting the router, it is declaring assigning in one line. So why it is the colon is also here. Then what did they do? Router.get, and this is the get method. This is the URL or path. Then the calling the function. This is the function or handler that we created. So let's go router, then get. Then our path, JSON path, I think we need to use double quotation albums, and our function handler function is this one. Then what did they do? They run the server. Okay, and it is running in localhost 8080. That's good. After that, use the run function to attach router to an HTTP server and start the server. Okay. So now, top of the main.go, just beneath the package declaration, which is this line, import the packages you'll need to support code you've just written. Yeah, that's what we told just now. We need to import our packages like HTTP, I think net/HTTP, and then our github.com, gin. Uh, Let me check. I think this one. This is their gin. This is this. This is the line, and I think it will not be comma. There is no comma. And that's okay. Now we got to run this go get dot, right? If I am not wrong, let's see. Yes, go get dot. It means it will be go get to add the kin module. It will just synchronize it, the dependency for your module. Yeah, it will check the dependency for this main module. Net HTTP is already the standard library. Go already has it, so it will attempt to download it. If I am not wrong, let's press enter and check. Yeah, it's downloading. It's downloading many things. Concurrent, reflect to. Why it is also downloading Go Playground. Okay, it's still downloading. Okay, all done. And now let's see what is the next step. Next step is go run. So we're going to run it and see what does it do. Will there be any error? Let's see. What is it saying? It's warning and 3 handlers. You trusted all proxies. This is not safe. Set available. Okay. These are all gain debug warning. We'll just ignore it, and let's try to copy and try to see what does it do. Yeah, the server is running, and we do not have anything in the main path, so we have to use albums. and let's check. Yeah, we got the JSON. These are the JSONs. So next phase, what is the next phase? So we got this. Now we got to add. I think the next phase is add a new item. Yeah. So for new item adding, we need to create a new handler. This is the new handler. So let's see. So guys, let me write this one myself. Okay. And in post album, what does it do? It, of course, it gets the context. So we need the context. Then using the context, see, they are binding the JSON. Okay, call bind JSON to bind the received JSON to new album. So new album is the address. This is the address of the new album passing by here in the bind JSON, and if binding the JSON got any error, then it will not be nil and we have to return empty. But if there is no error, it will be nil, and then it will go down below and append the new album to albums, which is our main variable for data. This one. Okay. And this is just returning the JSON after that. So, and new album is just first we need to declare it, and from the context we're gonna bind our JSON, and in the post albums when we post it, we have to pass the data like this. So in that case, let's go copy this. Before copying that, we need to finish the post albums. So here we gotta create a new variable for holding the data from post request, and its type will be album, right? This is the type. Okay, and then from the context C, we're going to bind it. Bind to JSON, and this function of the context take the new data. Okay, so new album, which will be just the address, not the actual. So it is just the address being passed down here, and it will be the, it will return if anything wrong, it will return error. So it will return an error, and if error is not null, then we got a problem. Yeah, so we're not going to return any valid data, and if there is no error, then we're going to intended JSON. This is the return. Okay, and our albums. But before that, if there is no error, the new album has to be appended in the global album, which is this one. This is the global variable with data. So we're going to append it here, and this will be just reassign it. So we are assigning the albums to the same variable, right, with the new data. And after that, you were returning the JSON. So the post album has to be also mentioned here in the post method, same path, but it will come with the data will come from post. In the context, we'll find it, and in the context, we'll find the JSON. So we have to post JSON. If I'm not wrong, let me see again. What will be the post data? These are the JSON string. So this JSON string, when posted, will be added in here. It will bind the JSON from the context. In the context we already have the post value, and the JSON value from the post will be bounded in new album address, and then new album, which just got the post methods JSON, will be appended in the main variable, and main variable will then be returned response back. So this is the logic, if I'm not wrong. And now we got to test it. We could test the get method in our browser, but for testing the post method, we can use Postman, right? So we got to use Postman. I have already installed Postman here. Let me open it. It's loading. So this is my Postman. Let me create a new workspace. So we name it GoGin practice. Only me, yeah. Let me create it. So here, let me create a new HTTP post method, and our local host 8080, and we need to not 80. After that, we need to album. And what will be our keys? Here it is. The key will be, first key will be ID. Okay. And it is post, but I wrongfully added in params. Man, what a letdown. Let me put it in body params. Can I copy it? No, I just can delete it. In the body, and then raw JSON. Yeah, it is JSON. ID, title, artist, price. I do not need this because it is okay. Now let's try send. Not found. Why is it? Let me check. Collection name. I'm gonna give it a collection name. RESTful API. Save. Let me try again. Send. No, 404 page not found. I think why it is because we need to run it again. I think we need to run it again. Yeah, now let's try. Send. What? It should be okay. Let me try again. I think I did not save the main.go. Mm, we added the router though. Now it should work. Let's try. Bad syntax. Why is it bad syntax? Let me see the code. If the curl, let me check the curl. Curl location 8080 albums slash header content type application slash JSON request. Where is the request? Data. I think all are okay. Few changes like request will be post, right? But I do not see any request here. But I change it to post. I think let me import how we are gonna do it. We're gonna copy the curl whole thing here, and then we're going to import it. Okay, we pasted it. Okay, import into collection. Okay, here is the difference. We have HTTP, but in the post that I have written myself, here is no URL scheme, but it has the URL scheme which is HTTP, and in the body we do have this. So let's send it and try. Yeah, 1 2 3, and this is the fourth one. And let's try with this one. This time we're going to use HTTP. Yeah, this time I'm going to use test title 5. Artist is tester 190 19.99. Let's send it and check Still the same issue. We did use HTTP 8080 albums. Let's send it again. Same error, 400 bad request. The body seems to be okay. Do I have to use it in same line like before? Oops. Okay, whatever. Let me, but we could add it. Let me copy this and copy it here and try to send. Yeah, this is the, I think this is the um, hmm, this is the issue of, I think yeah. So this is the issue. The ID has to be string, right? The ID has to be string. Let me check. Is there any more anomalies? If I 4 6 this time it will be 109. Let's check. Send 5 6. Yeah. So the main issue is the ID has to be string. If I send the ID as number integer, then it will 400 bad request. So something to do with but it does not get an issue. I think this is the issue where we declared the here the ID has to be string. So that is why the structs member variables type is the main issue. So our type was not one to one. So right now we could post the album in the albums listing. Okay, then what is the next one is get. We already get the data from here. Then what is the next is getting the specific item. So this is the handler for getting the specific item. So let me write it. I'll just copy it, man, because it is taking time. I have so this is getting album by ID. We are getting the parameter from ID. After that, we are looping through the albums with range, and we are ignoring the keys. We are only getting the value, and value are assigned and declared and assigned in variable a, and a then which is actually the album. Albums has multiple album, which is this, and each album got ID, got title, etc. And we are going to check the parameter ID that we want to get the data of, and the looping through the loops ID. If they are matched, then we are going to return the response. If they are not matched, then we need to return the error. So this is all okay and good. So I save it and we need to run it, I think, again. I am not sure if we have to run it or not. So I'm going to check it. So let's check our new HTTP. request, which is get method albums, and it is not album. Sorry, we need to like this, right? Get album by ID. If I am not wrong, let me see this. Here it is, albums, okay, albums ID, get album by ID, and in the context this ID has to be used in here, and then we got this ID. Okay, then albums ID, let's say we want to get the ID of 5, and it is a get method, so let's check. Same thing, why it is albums 5. Save it. 404 page not found, but I think we have to run it again. Okay, albums/id, right? albums/id. If I'm not wrong, this is the path. Our ID is 5. It should get me values. 404 page not found. Let me see what is the curl. This is the curl HTTP. Let me delete it. First, let's try with ID2. Nothing. Let me delete this. Delete and import with the curl. Yeah. Enter. What is wrong with this? Let me try again. Albums/2 not found. But did we not add it here? We added it. Yeah, man, this is the culprit. You just copy it and forget what we are giving. we are copying. So that is bad, man. Let's try again. Okay, it will not work unless I compile it and run it. Now it should work. Yeah, only icon 2, 5, only 4 data here initially, not 4, I think only 3 albums initially. Yeah, and if we add more, let's see in here, if we add number 4 with this, otherwise it will be error. Send. Now the 4th one is here. Let's add 5th one with 109.99. So we have 5 albums in the list. Let's try here with last one, which is ID 5. Here it is. And also in the let me copy and import it. Okay, let me copy with curl also. Now it will be okay. This time let's import fourth album. Yes, so I think this is it. Conclusion. So this is the completed code, which is this one. So now we are going to add this. I think we need to go.sum. What is this? I think go.sum is automatically created. Should I post it with it? Mm, I think we should add it in git ignore. I'm not sure. Please advise me. So in git ignore, let us ignore the go.sum, right? So we'll not post the go.sum. So let me git add all. Now we can also use the VS Code extension, and let's write a message. First, RESTful API with GoLang. Let's commit, and I think now in our Git, this is the, let's see. But my user, so I did not add user. Let me add the user. Git config. So let's remove the, just remove few commenting and also remove this commenting. Okay, and let's say moving comment, commit, and post data. Let's see now the image will be here. Yes. So this is it today. I can next tutorial I can do what I can do my own idea. So we will do what we'll do, we will modify this REST API and use MySQL database instead of memory, instead of writing in memory. So in the in our next tutorial, we're going to incorporate MySQL in this REST API. Okay, so till then, stay tuned in my channel, subscribe, like, share, and if I did anything wrong or error, something wrong, then correct me, comment in the video. So till then, bye bye.